He didn't think, he just ran. The wheelchair was already rolling into traffic, cars swerving, horns blaring, and the rain pouring down. One man, a soaked, exhausted single dad, dove forward, grabbing the handles and spinning the chair back to safety just as a truck screeched past, missing them by inches. Before we start, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? And if you believe in family, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ethan Cole was 37, a man who'd learned the hard way that life doesn't wait for anyone. He worked long hours at odd jobs, trying to keep a roof over his daughter's head. His little girl, Lily, was 8 years old, full of light, and the reason he kept going after losing everything that once made life easy, his wife, his home, his sense of peace. That rainy afternoon, when he saw the elderly woman's wheelchair tip forward off the curb, his instincts took over. Within seconds, he was in the street, heart pounding, pulling her back to safety. Her groceries were scattered, apples rolling into puddles, and her hair clung to her tear-streaked face. "Are you okay, ma'am?" Ethan asked, still breathless. She blinked, trembling. You could have died." He gave a faint smile. "Guess I wasn't planning on it today." As he helped her gather the groceries, she watched him quietly, his flannel shirt soaked, boots worn, hands calloused from years of work. There was no pity in his eyes, only kindness. When she asked his name, he said, "Ethan, Ethan Cole." She nodded gently. "I'm Meline." He smiled. "Nice to meet you, Meline. Though maybe next time, not in traffic." That made her laugh, a soft, tired laugh that sounded like it hadn't been used in a long time. When he offered to push her wheelchair across the block, she tried to refuse, but something about him, his steady presence, his warmth, made her say yes they walked. She asked, "Do you always help strangers like this?" Ethan shrugged. "My daughter says kindness doesn't cost much. She's 8, so I try to listen." Meline smiled. "Your daughter's lucky." Ethan's eyes softened. "I'm the lucky one." When they reached her building, she insisted on thanking him. She tore a slip of paper from her notepad and handed it to him. "Come by tomorrow at 10 a.m. It would give me peace of mind." He hesitated but finally nodded. "All right, just for your peace of mind." As he turned to leave, she called out, "You said kindness always circles back, Ethan. Maybe this time, it's circling to you." He smiled faintly, never realizing how true that would be. The next morning, Ethan stood frozen in front of a massive black gate. The address she'd written, 47 Bellevue Drive, led to a mansion. Not just any mansion, but the kind of place that looked like it belonged in a dream. His pickup truck sputtered to a stop as a man in a gray suit greeted him. "Mr. Ethan Cole? Miss Pierce is expecting you." Inside, marble floors reflected golden light from chandeliers, and Meline sat near a window, calm and elegant, a completely different woman than the one he'd rescued. "You came," she said warmly. "I said I would," he replied. "But I still don't understand why." "Sit," she said softly. "You'll see." She placed a small wooden box before him. "Open it." Inside was a golden key. "What's this?" Ethan asked. "It's for the guest house out back," she said. "I want you and your daughter to move in, rent-free. At least until you're back on your feet." He froze, eyes wide. "No, I can't accept this. You barely know me." "I know enough," she replied. "You risked your life for a stranger. You didn't ask for anything. That tells me who you are." Her voice trembled with quiet sincerity. "Sometimes, Ethan, kindness deserves a place to rest too." That afternoon, Ethan unlocked the door to the guest house. The scent of cedar filled the air. There were fresh sheets, a stocked pantry, and a small art set on the table for Lily. He sat down slowly, the golden key heavy in his hand. "What did I just walk into?" he whispered. That night, when Lily arrived, her eyes sparkled. "Dad, is this our new home?" He smiled, brushing her hair back. "Just for a while, sweetheart." She twirled in the living room, laughing. "It's beautiful. Ethan looked out toward the mansion's glowing windows and whispered, "Yeah, she really is." Days turned into weeks. Ethan repaired fences, painted walls, and worked in the gardens. Each evening, Meline watched from her terrace, her smile soft and genuine. Slowly, peace began to return to his life. And hers point one afternoon, under the golden light of sunset, she wheeled toward him as he repaired an old bench. "My father used to sit here," she said quietly. "After my accident, I couldn't come out for a year. Every sound reminded me of the crash. But you brought life back to this place, Ethan. You fixed more than wood. You fixed memories." He looked at her with a gentle smile. "You don't owe me thanks. You've done more for me and Lily than anyone ever has." Her eyes glistened. "You don't understand. You saw me as a person, not a chair. That means more than you know." He hesitated, his voice barely above a whisper. Maybe we both needed saving that day. Weeks later, Meline called him into her study. She placed two envelopes on the table, one thin, one thick. "Ethan," she said softly, "I have something for you." Inside the thicker envelope was a contract, stamped with the logo of Pierce Holdings, her family's company. "It's a management position," she explained. "We're rebuilding the community center near your old job. I need someone trustworthy to oversee it. Someone like you." He stared at her, stunned. "You're offering me a job?" She smiled. "No, Ethan. I'm offering you a future." Tears welled in his eyes. "I don't deserve this." Her voice was steady. "Ethan, you deserve more than what life gave you. You gave everything for your daughter, asked for nothing, and still chose kindness. Sometimes, kindness comes back louder than it left." That night, Ethan stood on the porch, watching the stars reflect off the lake. Lily slept peacefully inside. Meline rolled up beside him, wrapped in a blanket. "My father used to say," she murmured, "life doesn't reward wealth or fame. It rewards kindness. But you only see it when you stop expecting it." Ethan looked at her, his heart full. "Guess I finally see it." Meline smiled. "Then keep it, Ethan. Don't ever lose it." And under that quiet starlit sky, Ethan realized the smallest act of kindness had changed two lives forever. Because when you lead with love, life always finds a way to give it back. That if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs hope.